Oh. Hi, that's story time. Hello, welcome to my live. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining my live. Can you hear me? Please, if you can hear me, just put it in the chat box so that I'll be sure I'm not talking to myself. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Can you hear me? Please let me know in the chat box, please. Oh, I'm trying to bring out what we are covering today. What's this noise? Where is it coming from? Okay, Chiniki's animations. All right. Okay. Dorcas, Darcy, Storytime said yes, you can hear me. All right, thank you for joining my live. So today we are going to talk about how to avoid being demonetized because you guys, hey, YouTube showed me shege. I'll tell you guys the story in a bit. I'm trying to bring out my notes because I have some notes for you guys. I had to go and do some serious research after YouTube demonetized my channels. I had to go and do some serious research because if I'm going to continue posting on YouTube, then I should know what I'm doing and what I'm getting into so that I won't be doing a lot of work and at the end of the day YouTube will come and give me one sad news. All right, I hope you can hear me clearly because I know there are some background much. Hope it's not distracting. Okay, so let me gist you guys what happened with my own channels, why YouTube demonetized me. Okay, so you guys know that I used to have a health channel, right? The Lady Pharmacist Health channel. My OGs, they know about the channel because that was actually my first YouTube channel ever, where I started posting on YouTube, the first channel I ever started. So I was posting health tips there. And then the first video that actually went viral on that channel was how to, I'm even, right now, so I'm even embarrassed to even say the topic because that I didn't know that topic could even go viral, and it is causes of weak erection and how to treat weak erection in men. So, I'm a pharmacist, right? So, I was just like, let me just share health tips, and I had some topics. That was like 2023. I started posting online newly. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was like, okay, since I have my job and I'm a healthcare professional, let me just start sharing some health tips. So I had some random topics, of which causes of weak erection and how to treat weak erection in men was one of the topics. So I just made a video on that topic and I posted it. And lo and behold, you guys, that video went viral. And the funny thing is that before that video went viral, I don't think I had posted up to 5 videos on that health channel before I posted that particular video on causes of weak erection and how to treat weak erection in men. I was just like, it was just like, random topics that you just gather now. So that one just went viral, and I had, I think, 3 other videos before I posted that video, and that video went viral. So because I had already gathered, I think, 20 topics that I wanted to make health videos on, I started developing the other topics that I had already gathered, and then I eventually made videos on them and posted them. But lo and behold, those other videos, we were not getting any views. So it kind of discouraged me because the only video that was just getting the massive views was that particular topic of causes of weak erection and how to treat weak erection in men. So I was now like, okay, let me make another video on the topic of weak erection in men and men's sexual health. I made another topic. That video did not do well, but later it started picking up, and before I knew it, it also went viral. So I made a third one on men's sexual health. The video also went viral. I was now like, so does that mean that the only thing I'll be talking on this channel is just sexual health and men? Because even when I made a video on women's sexual health, the video didn't do well. It didn't get any views. Like I made, I think about I think I made more than 3 videos on women's health, women's sexual health, not even women's health, and none of them got any views. But whenever I make any video on men's sexual health, the video will just be going like viral. I'll be like, what is happening here? Please, that is not what I want to be known for. I don't want to be, I don't even know, even though yes, I'm a healthcare provider, I'm a pharmacist, but I don't really know much about men and all that. I'm just like, sharing this advice based on research and based on what I studied in school and what I know from my practice and all that. That's not my passion. That's not what I want to be known for. So that was actually where my problem started, because I noticed that that channel, no matter what I post, no matter the health tips I post or whatever I post, people were not, it wasn't getting any views. The videos were not just getting any views. So I started thinking, what will I do with this channel, right? That was where my problem started, because the first time I tried doing something else in that channel was that I tried converting that channel to African Folktales channel. I even shared that story in my other channel that also got demonetized, that I converted this channel to African Folktales channel, right? So when I converted it, I now made all the videos I had in that my health channel private. It's actually this channel. I think it's actually this channel that we are even holding this life now. It's this channel. This used to be my health channel. So I went and made all my health videos private and then started uploading. By then, my channel was still monetized though. I started uploading African folktale stories on this particular channel. Then I think I uploaded more than 25 videos, but they were not really getting any views, right? Because you know what the problem is now, because the problem is still there. The problem of the audience have already gathered, the subscribers had already gathered, were mostly men, and they were coming for men's sexual health. So they didn't subscribe for African folktales. That was not why they subscribed in the first place. They subscribed because they want to be seeing health tips on on how to improve their sexual health and all of that. So how can I like drastically change from posting health tips to now posting African folktales? So the videos were not doing well, even though I posted back to back for, like, you guys know me, when I want to do something, I was posting every day that period, every day back to back, but the videos were not really doing well. So it actually discouraged me, and I was like, no, I can't continue doing this now. Like, the videos are not even getting any views. Nobody is watching these videos and all that. Who is saying no English? Ashupad. You don't understand English. English is the only language I can speak now, because the other language I know how to speak is Igbo language, and you may not understand Igbo language. I think English is actually the one that most people understand, except maybe later you can watch the replay and then put on the subtitles so that it will translate it for you. All right. So that was how I stopped uploading African folktale stories, because the videos were not getting views, the subscribers were not coming. In fact, it discouraged me, because I was wasting a lot of time. Like, creating the African folktale stories was actually taking up a whole lot of my time. Then I was uploading and I wasn't getting any views, because my subscribers didn't subscribe for African folktales. They subscribed for health tips. So that was how I stopped to. And I now changed the channel again, the channel name again. That's the niche, from African folktales to, which other niche did I even change to? I think I changed back to health tips. I was now like, okay, let me change back to health tips. But this time around, let me stop showing my face, so that I'll stop uploading, men's sexual health topics. Let me start uploading maybe videos for elderly people and how they can improve their health and all that, because I'm actually passionate about elderly people's health. That's also something I'm passionate about, instead of just posting on men's sexual health. So I started uploading health videos, health topics on elderly people's health generally, not sexual health generally, and still videos were still not getting any views. I think I made up to 10 videos, Faceless, AI, purely AI, to create videos on that, on elderly people's health, and post. And the videos were still not getting any views. So I became discouraged. I now changed the channel name again to, there's one niche like that, this animal trending niche that trended one. I don't know if it's still trending now. I don't think it's still trending as much as it's trended then. I think about last year or so. All these animal videos that is made with AI, whereby you see a monkey will just, this emotional animal video. Some of you may be familiar with that niche. So all those monkeys and cats videos and all that. So I was like, let me just turn this channel to a shorts channel, because right now I don't even know what to do with this channel. I'm tired of it. And while all these things were going on, because as at the time I'm making all these changes, changing from one niche to another on this same channel, this channel was still monetized. And the funny thing is that I was building other channels to monetization and I was neglecting this particular channel because I was confused. I didn't know what to post. I didn't know, I don't want to continue posting men's sexual health because that's not what I want to be known for. I'm not passionate about it, right? So the confusion just made me, I said, okay, let me just make this channel a shorts channel. So I started uploading all these animal entertainment videos of monkey will come and steal something from somebody's shop and the owner will pursue, all those videos, the owner will pursue the monkey and beat the monkey and the monkey will come and start crying, and then the good Samaritan will come, all those type of AI videos. So I started making those type of short AI videos and I started uploading them. And funny enough, the video started getting views, right? But one thing with shorts, the views, even if you get like, because I remember the first video I uploaded with those type of videos, it got up to 40,000 views or so. The second video also got similar views, 40 something thousand views. So I was like, okay, I'll just continue making shorts and posting shorts. Let me just forget about long form videos, right? So, but as I was posting the shorts, I noticed that the shorts were getting the views, but I wasn't getting any money, right? So and then my watch hour was also beginning to decline because I've not been posting any long form videos sustainably, like any sustainable long form videos that people are watching for a long time now, going to a year now. So I was not like, okay, let me just do some long form videos, some long form animal videos from these shorts and also post on the channel, right? So I started making some long form AI animal videos and also started posting them. Now, the long form videos were not even getting any views. They were not even getting up to 10 views, but the shorts were getting the views. So I was now like, which one is short to be doing well? Long form is not doing well. And even the shorts doing well, getting the 40,000 views, 30,000 views. It's not, those views now, if you don't get up to like 10 million views within 3 months, your channel will not be eligible for monetization again. And then the long form videos, because I've abandoned long form videos for over 1 year now, I've not been posting long form videos that are getting real views. My watch hour had declined significantly, right? It declined significantly, and then I was just confused, you guys. I was just confused about the channel because I didn't know what to do with the channel. So what I eventually did was that I just forgot about the channel and went and continued. By then, my other channels were beginning to pick up and do well. I went and focused on those channels and forgot about this channel. That was my mistake. So don't be like me, okay? If you had a channel that you started, and let's say when you started, you were not experienced, you don't know much about YouTube and YouTube monetization and all that, you just started it and then boom, one video just went viral and then you discover that, but I'm not passionate about this topic again. You opened another channel. Please and please do all you can to make sure that you keep that channel monetized. No matter what you want to do, even if it means not making the videos that were there already private, do not make them private. You can just continue uploading other videos that are long form videos. Forget about shorts, because that shorts, I'll still get to that when I start telling you people other things from my research and from interacting with my colleagues and with with my fellow YouTubers and other people, right? I'll tell, because I did research, you guys. I researched too. All right. So if you have a channel that you are confused about, you don't know what to do, just don't abandon it. Be posting, even if it is getting only 10 views. And then all those your long form videos that got you those views, that got you monetized in the first place, don't make them private. Because if you make them private, the watch hour, I don't know how they calculate these things. The watch hours will be subtracted, even though you did not delete the video. Or not that the watch hour will be subtracted, but there's a way it affects the watch hour, especially if people are no more watching the videos. Okay, I understand what I want to say now. In my own case, I made them private, so people were no longer watching the videos, because if they were public, people would have continued watching the videos because they were actually evergreen videos. Causes of weak erection, how to treat weak erection in men, how to improve your sexual health. All those things are evergreen videos. So had even I didn't make them private, the videos would have continued getting the views over time, right? They would have continued getting the views and I wouldn't have been demonetized, right? But I went and made all of them private for over 6 months or 1 year. And then the videos were not, because they were private, they were not getting the views, nobody was watching them. So my watch hour dropped significantly. So don't make that mistake. Just leave the videos that you already have there public, especially if they are evergreen videos and you see that people are still watching the videos, just leave them public. If you don't have time, once in a while, you can just make one long form video and then upload it or post it so that your watch hour will just be there, the channel will just remain monetized and you won't have any issues, right? Now, when they sent me the demonetization message, the I think their reason was that they demonetized me due to inauthentic content. But while I think they even said that inauthentic content was that that I started uploading all these animal AI videos, right? So for those all those animal AI videos, I'll just go to ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT to give me um stories, animal stories, and all of that. ChatGPT will just give me some suggestions. I'll develop those suggestions. I'll now make them into a video and then upload them. So I wasn't really paying much attention to what I was creating and posting, right? So I was just posting it like that, even though I later made all of them private. But for the fact that they are still on my channel, they're still counted as inauthentic content. So if you're making any video, please do not just take anything ChatGPT gives you like that and make videos like that and just post it. That's be counted as inauthentic content. So that was actually my own. Okay, yeah. So after they now demonetized the channel, I was like, but I still have other channels that are monetized, so no big deal, right? Okay, so I was now like, I watched some YouTube videos of some people saying that their channel were demonetized due to related channel. So I started logging off my other YouTube channels that were on the same device as this channel, right? Now that my Blessing is channel where I teach AI tutorials was connected to the health channel on the same device. I logged out, but I don't know how these people traced it. And okay, for the fact that they are even connected to the same AdSense account, right? Before I knew what was happening, after I think 1 week or thereabout, after they demonetized my first channel, they now demonetized that channel too. And I just woke up and I saw that the channel has been demonetized due to related channel, even though that channel is clean. It did not, there was no violation of any sort, no inauthentic content, no reused content, no what is it called, no abandoning channel for a long time, nothing like that. But they still demonetized it and termed it related to a channel that already has an issue. They now say that I have to come and fix the issue with the channel that was demonetized before they can now accept me back into the YouTube partner program. As in, I was just like, I felt like I was dreaming, because I had this type of attachment. See, any channel that anybody shows their face, there's this type of attachment you have with that channel, right? There's this attachment I have with my AI tutorial channel because I show my face, right? That channel was actually something for my personal brand channel, because no matter other channels I have, nobody knows that those channels belong to me. But that my A Blessing is Kind channel is my channel that people know me for. That's my CV that have been presenting to people. So all of a sudden, I just woke up and I saw that these people have demonetized my channel. I felt like I was depressed. Let me not even lie. I can't even pretend about it. I was depressed, and I was like, I wanted to say, you people self should carry your YouTube. And I know do again. I wanted to leave YouTube and run to Instagram and TikTok and all that. And I was just posting on Instagram and TikTok just to when people are in a relationship and you break up and then you are looking for a rebound. So I was using Instagram and TikTok as my rebound before coming back to YouTube again, right? So now that I've told you guys my story, let me tell you from my own research now, things you should avoid if you don't want to get demonetized, because you guys, it's not a pleasant experience. Okay, it's not a pleasant experience. I can't even come here and pretend that I was not depressed or it did not pain me or something. Like, even though I was still getting money, because people were still calling me for consultations, I was still getting money from other sources and all that. But YouTube AdSense revenue can be addictive. It's like your monthly salary. So as the money is coming, and then that my channel that got demonetized as a result of related channel, the RPMs and my CPMs on that channel was high. So the money was just coming in. I was happy. And then all of a sudden, they just told me that, let me not even go there. All right. So now let me start telling you guys all the things I've gathered from my research. Okay. So number one, never leave your channel for a long time, right? Even if you don't know what to be posting. Once in a while, just post, do one video, and even if it is once every month, do one video and post. Let them know, especially if you are also building other channels that are getting monetized, aside from the main channel that you don't know what to do with, you don't know what to do with it again. Never leave your channel for a long time. So that is number one. Okay. All right. Then number two, let's talk about AI voices versus real voices. Now, AI voices are still being monetized on YouTube. It just depends on how you use it, because some people still think that AI voices cannot be monetized. But no, that's not even what YouTube is demonetizing. YouTube is not demonetizing AI voices. YouTube is demonetizing robotic voices, because there are AI voices that sound so robotic. And once I see an AI tool that generates AI voices that sound robotic, I would know. You would know, because from the way it sounds itself, to be so boring, to be so annoying, you will know, right? So if you come across any AI voice over generator that is robotic, please do not use it to create your AI videos, right? You can use Google AI Studio. That one is still free and unlimited as at now, right? Or you can use Clipchamp. Clipchamp does not sound robotic, and it has a lot variation of voices you can choose from. Those ones cannot be demonetized, right? Then if you can use your natural voice, right now I'm even using, okay, I'm using a combination of my natural voice and AI voices for this channel now that I'm trying to, is it resuscitate or revive? I don't even know the English now, but I'm using a combination of it. But I find out that I even prefer using my voice, because it's less stressful for me, right? It's less stressful for me because I'll just carry my microphone, plug in, and then as I'm doing the AI tutorial, if I'm saying, I'm teaching. So I'll just be doing my screen recording, and I'm talking as I'm doing my screen recording, telling you guys, okay, so open your chat GPT, click. So it's easier for me. That's why I even switched to my voice, right? But let's assume that using AI voices is easier for me. I would still use AI voices, but it's not easier for me, because it would now mean that, after doing I will do my screen recording separately, and after doing my screen recording separately, I'll now have to go and generate scripts for my tutorial, and go and, after generating the script, and go and generate the AI voices. After generating the AI voices, I'll now import the AI. I don't know if you guys are following or understanding what I'm saying, right? Right? I'll now go and import the AI voice over that I generated for the tutorial, and then import my screen recorded tutorial. I'll now start editing them and start matching the AI voice tutorial with what my screen recorded tutorial. Is stressful for me. Do you guys understand? So me, I'm using my voice now because I'll just do my screen recording, and as I'm doing it, I'm telling you guys, open your chat GPT. Okay, you click here. Okay, you do this. Okay, you do that. I'm doing it right away, right? So it's easier. So once I'm done with that, editing it will be very, very easy for me, because is my the voiceover is there, the screen record is there, everything is there together. I'm not trying to import voiceover and then import screen recording and start editing and aligning. Oh, that one is stressful. I don't have strength for that one. People that are doing it, I hear you people on channels like Newly Studio that uses AI voices to do her tutorials. That's a lot of work, you guys, a lot of steps. I cut cap for her. So, but I just discovered that using my voice right away is easier, but AI voices are still very monetizable. Okay, so it just depends on the one you are using. So use AI voices by Google AI Studio or by Clipchamp, right? Those two are still very okay, and they are still very monetizable. All right. Now, uh, um, now if you are using AI voices, right? You you have to, if possible, lip sync some, use AI voices throughout. So do some lip syncing. If you are doing AI tutorial videos, lip sync some areas, and then do the voiceover for some areas. And if you are doing AI storytelling videos, lip sync some areas and do the AI voiceovers for some areas. That way, it will be the human effort to be felt. So that's another thing. Now, there's something that I've noticed some people do, especially people that do AI storytelling videos. I noticed that once they notice that a video has gone viral, they will now make multiple videos on the same topic, and then they will be repeating the topics, the titles, the thumbnails, because they also want the subsequent videos to go viral. If you are doing that, you are putting your channel at a very big risk of being demonetized. You guys, remember I said I did my research. So from my research, I discovered that people that were doing this, all of them, their channels were demonetized. All of them. If you notice that you created a video, let's say for example, the rich man saw the poor beggar girl and fell in love with the poor beggar girl, or how the poor beggar saw the rich man and fell in love with the rich man, and all of that, and then you notice that that video has gone viral or goes viral, and then you're like, okay, let me make more videos on the poor beggar and the rich man, and you're making, and it's having almost similar topics, the poor beggar and the rich man, the poor beggar and the rich man, and then your thumbnail is also having images that are related to each other, like the poor beggar on one side, the rich man on the other side, and you're making similar stories like that back to back. YouTube will flag it as inauthentic content. They will demonetize that channel, or they will flag it as reused content and will demonetize that channel. So you don't want to do that. So if a video goes viral and you want to create subsequent videos that are related to that, let me give us an example. Let's say you made a video on what will I even use as example now? Let's say you made a video on family drama, right? Let's say the wicked mother-in-law met her match, for example, right? The wicked mother-in-law met her match, and then that video goes viral. Let me tell you what you can do to create videos that are related to that, that can appeal to the same audience that watched that video. Instead of making subsequent videos on the wicked stepmother and the wicked stepdaughter, you can make videos that talks about family drama, but has nothing to do with wicked stepmother and wicked stepdaughter. It can be two sisters falling in love with one man. That's family drama, right? It can be just anything that has to do with family. It can be the siblings in a family, quarreling with each other. It can be mother hating daughter. It can be son hating father. It can be anything, just anything that revolves around family drama. You know that as long as you made a video on the wicked stepmother met her match, right, and it went viral and people loved it, you don't need to make another video and say the wicked stepmother met her match, or the wicked stepmother and the wicked stepdaughter, and then you are repeating the wicked stepmother, the wicked stepmother, the wicked stepmother. No, you know that your audience already vibed with this story. So what you can do is you just know that, okay, what is this story about? It is about family drama. Now go to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, can you give me other suggestions of other story ideas that revolves around family drama? I'm just giving an example, right? So depending on the type of story, let's say that the story that went viral on your channel is high school girls story, go to ChatGPT and look for variations of that type of story that is related to high school drama and that, but you mustn't use the same title, the same thumbnail, the same pattern of the same story that went viral, because if you do that, they'll flag the channel and then they will demonetize the channel. That's what they have been doing, you guys. That's what they are doing. All right. So look for variations. Make sure that every story you are creating is authentic on its own. Okay. Now, okay, this my points. They are not I didn't arrange them. So anyone that I come across, I'll just say it. Now, if you are starting a new channel, let's say you already have a monetized channel, you have one monetized channel and you want to start another new channel, please and please, start with a new phone. If you don't have another device that you can start another new channel on, just focus on that your one channel that is monetized and know what you can do with it to avoid stories that touch. Do you know that my own, at least, is just 2 channels that got demonetized? But there are people that their 3 channels got demonetized. There are people that had up to 5 channels and the whole 5 channels got demonetized because all the channels were just on one device. So if you have a channel, a YouTube channel on one device, and you want to open another YouTube channel, use another device. I'm speaking from experience. Use another device, because if you have 2 YouTube channels on one device, if one channel gets demonetized, they are going to demonetize the other channel. That's just what they are doing. They will demonetize it. So to be on the safer side, to avoid problems, to avoid troubles, okay, someone says, what if I clone my voice? Yeah, if you clone your voice, it's still okay. It's still okay as far as your story is original and you are not, you are not English, you are not falling short in the other areas, right? If you are not falling short in the other areas, if you clone your voice, it's still okay. That's if you don't want to use your natural voice and you don't want to use the AI voice, just the AI voice, you want to clone your voice, it's still okay. Right. So I was saying that please use another device if you want to open a brand new YouTube channel. And if it is possible to have different AdSense accounts instead of having all your YouTube channels linked to one AdSense account, please do, because the way these people are doing now, even if you, some people that even have different devices that are logged in on devices, but the channels are connected to the same AdSense account, they still go ahead and demonetize it. I even heard of one case this morning. I heard of one case, hey God, I heard of one case this morning that this person's own case is not that he doesn't have his channels on one device. He has the channel, two different channels on two different devices, but connected to one AdSense account. But YouTube still demonetized. One channel now had problem. YouTube went ahead and demonetized the second channel, and they are on two different devices but connected to the same AdSense account. And you know, as a YouTuber, you're not even allowed to have more than one AdSense account. We are allowed to have just one AdSense account. So maybe if you want to open another AdSense account, you now go and look for your grandmother's PVC voters card, or look for your grandfather's, look for or borrow your mother's own, or carry your father's own, or just look for any family member that they are not really using their own for YouTube, right? If they are not using their own for YouTube, go and carry it and use it and open another AdSense account and open your channel, so that at least you know that if you have, if even if you are connecting some YouTube channels to an AdSense account, let's say you have 6 YouTube channels, for example, AdSense account, another 2 YouTube channels to another AdSense account, from maybe from your mother or your father or your grandmother or your grandfather, right? And then another 2 YouTube channel to another AdSense account, so that if one gets demonetized, the other one that they want to demonetize as a result of related channel will just be one, and then the other 4 will still be safe, right? Or just be on the safer side and do all the right things, so that even if you have all your YouTube channels connected to one account, they're not going to, it's not, you are not going to enter into any problem because you are playing by the rules, right? Because these people are not smiling now. You know, they are demonetizing a lot of channels as well. All right. Now, another thing is, don't copy others. Even when getting inspirations, be very careful. Do your stories your own way, because if you are copying other, like if you are getting inspirations from other people's videos, and then you go and copy their titles, their thumbnails, they can still monetize your channel. If you are getting inspirations, you go and copy people's transcripts, because there's this same people do where they will copy a YouTube channel's link and then go and transcribe it. And after transcribing, they'll now carry the transcription, go to YouTube and tell YouTube to adjust the story or adjust the video, and then give a fresh script from that transcription. It is very dangerous to do that. Very, very dangerous, because YouTube will still demonetize that channel if you do that. So the best thing to do is to get inspiration, but don't copy the link and then tell a transcriber to transcribe the video, the whole script for you, and then you copy the script and go and put in ChatGPT. Don't do that. Just get inspiration, in the sense that, let's assume you saw a story or a video. Okay, since I've started using story, let me use story, and because I'm passionate about AI storytelling, let me just continue using story as examples. So let's assume that you saw a story, the wicked stepmother met her match, met a fellow wicked stepdaughter, whatever. And then you saw that that video has gotten 1 million views in 2 weeks, and you want to recreate that style of story, right? Don't, number one, I would say don't even watch that video, so that you don't even know what the story is about, so that when you are crafting your own story, you won't be tempted to go in the same direction that story went, right? Just copy the title, come to ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT that this particular story has gone viral in the African storytelling niche, or in the storytelling AI niche, whatever, and you want to recreate this story. Can it give you variations on this topic, right? ChatGPT will give you variations, and then from that variation that ChatGPT gives you, then choose one topic that you like very well. And then from that topic, let me tell you what you will do. Don't tell ChatGPT to develop the story and give you the full story based on that topic. Oh. If you do it, YouTube will demonetize that channel, I'm telling you. So what you will do is, once you select a topic from that variation that ChatGPT gives you, you are going to come and sit down and rack your brain. Tell yourself, how do I want this story to go? How do I want this story to start? What do I want to be in the middle of this story? What do I want to be the twist in this story? And how do I want this story to end? So you have to get the beginning of your story, you have to get the middle of your story, you have to get the twist of your story, from your brain, oh, and then you have to get how you want the story to end from your brain. So you have to rack your brain. Now, ChatGPT has given you variations, right? So pick one topic, sit down, start thinking, okay, I want to make a story on this topic now. Then you start thinking. And this thing I'm saying is not difficult to do. It's just that because ChatGPT is here, many people just fully rely on ChatGPT and say, okay, give me the full story. But no, you don't need to rely heavily on ChatGPT. After it has given you the suggestions, now let's assume that you don't even, okay, you have racked your brain, racked your brain, you don't even know how you want the story to go, you don't even know what you want to do in the story. You can also tell ChatGPT that, okay, I like this particular topic. Can you now give me can you suggest to me how the beginning of this story can be, the middle, what type of twist I can put in this story, and how this story should end? So tell ChatGPT that it should give you that. You can just tell it to give you three suggestions of how you can possibly develop this story into a full, very interesting story. And then if there's any idea in your head, also add it to ChatGPT. And sometimes if you are developing your own story from your head and then you get hooked in a place, because there are sometimes that I will be developing my story and then I will now, the story will be interesting, but I will now not know how I want to end my story. You understand? Now, if that happens, just come to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, okay, this is what I have done in this story, but now I'm confused. I don't even know how I want to end this story. Can you give me suggestions? And ChatGPT will now give you suggestions. So from that suggestions, you will now an idea will come to your head on how you should end the story, and then you go ahead and develop your own story yourself. No, anything that comes from your head, there's no two people. No two people think the same way. Oh. Yeah, people can think in similar ways, but no two people are the same, and no two people think in the same way. So any story that you develop by racking your brain is already automatically 100% original. I hope you are following. If you are still hearing me, please let me know in the comments, in the chat box, so that I will know that I'm not speaking to myself. I know my microphone is still on. Please, if you are hearing me, still let me know in the chat box so I know I'm not speaking to myself, please. And then you can share this live with anybody who wants to join us on this live, and give me a thumbs up, please. I'm begging you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Now, another thing that is also getting many people demonetized is if you are making a long story, and then after you finished making your long story, there's this thing we call there's this thing we do. I also used to do it, but I also learned the lesson and then I stopped doing it. Then this thing of copying a shot from your long form video, like you edit it from your long form video and then you come and post it under your shorts feed in your YouTube shorts. Please don't do it. If you do it, YouTube will demonetize you, and then their reason will now be reused contents, right? So if you have a story and you have finished making your long form story, do not edit some parts from that long form story and come and upload it as shorts in your shorts feed in the same channel. YouTube will tag it reused content and they will demonetize that channel. So what you can do is that you can create an entirely new, different story, different from the long form story that you've already made. That if you even want to upload shorts at all, right? Create another short that is entirely different from the long form story that you have already made. And how I usually do this is that after I've finished creating my long form stories, I'll now come to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT that, please give me, I want to make a short form story, just a very short story to trigger people's curiosity, to make them want to watch the full story. Can you give me a different script, from this story? And then ChatGPT will give you a different short script that is different from it's related to the long story, but it's different from the long story. But because the wordings will be different, everything will be different, and it's just to trigger people's curiosity and make them want to watch the video. So once ChatGPT gives you the short script, go ahead and develop the voiceover of that short separately, differently, and then generate your whether images or animations differently, and then still edit it as a different entity, as a short, different shorts. Don't copy from your long form video and then edit it into shorts. No, just do your short differently. Create it as if you are creating a brand new story, but in the short form, and then come and upload it on your short and tell your viewers that if you want to find out what happened, in the story and what led to this or what led to what, click the link in the, so that it will take you to the long story and you go and watch the long story. Right? So please do not cut off any part of your long form videos into shorts. YouTube is demonetizing channels that are doing that. So don't do it. Okay. All right. For me, I've never been a shorts uploader before. So I don't know. I only upload, even if I want to upload shorts, I usually just create my shorts separately from my long form videos. But if you create your shorts and it is from your long form videos, they will demonetize it. Okay. Now, another thing you want to do is that you want to put in a lot of creativity in your videos, especially if you're in a niche that many people create similar stories on or similar videos on. Let's take, for example, the Bible storytelling niche, right? The Bible is the Bible. The Bible doesn't have variations. For example, if you want to tell the story of Adam and Eve, the story of Adam and Eve is the same everywhere, right? Is the same thing everywhere because the Bible doesn't change. You want to tell the story of the three wise men that came to visit Jesus when Jesus was born, or the story of Jesus' birth. The story of Jesus' birth is the same. It doesn't change. The Bible doesn't change. So I may decide to make a video on the story of the birth of Jesus. Another person may decide to make a story on the birth of Jesus. We may be 10 or 100 of us that are thinking of making a story, a Bible story on the on the birth of Jesus. And then you go ahead and tell ChatGPT that I want to make a Bible story on the birth of Jesus. And ChatGPT will just give you a script. And you go ahead and no adjustment, nothing, because the Bible is the Bible. I mean, it cannot change, right? The story, we know the story is the story from ages past to today to tomorrow. And then you don't make any adjustment. You carry this script like that and go and generate the story and post. Another person, okay, all those other 9 other people or 99 other people that also want to make the same story, the same Bible story, will also come to ChatGPT and put in their own prompt. And ChatGPT will give you the same prompt, the same exact script. He gave all those other 99 others because the idea is not coming to just one person. The idea is coming to many people, right? So all of us now, will now go and create the same exact story on the birth of Jesus. No adjustments, no creativity, no nothing, because you can't change the word of God, right? And then you go and post it like that. You go and create it and post it like that, and you are doing that consistently. You also do Cain and Abel. You do the Red Sea, the Israelites, the 10 plagues. You are doing all of them from ChatGPT, and you are posting them like that. YouTube will demonetize that channel, right? So you don't want to, if you are creating videos in a niche that you know that many people are also likely creating videos, you have to put in a lot of creativity. Now, in the AI Bible storytelling niche, which is something I'm also passionate about, I've noticed something in that niche. I've noticed that niches that are, channels that are not getting demonetized, they put in a lot of work, a lot of creativity, a lot of variations in their videos. It's not the one that you just go to ChatGPT and say, okay, give me prompts, and then you go and generate Ndurunkendi. Sorry about that, guys. I just put in, you now go and generate ocean types, because you are creating stories, right? And then you generate winds that are blowing, and then you generate the sky that's some birds are flying in the sky, and then you gather all of them together, and then you put your AI voiceover that ChatGPT has given you, because the story of the creation, for example, in the beginning, God created heaven and earth, and then the heaven and the image of the heaven comes, the image of the earth comes, and you are just doing it. ChatGPT is just giving you exactly the same way that it is in the Bible. YouTube will demonetize it too. So now you want to create the story of the creation, for example, and you know that many people are likely going to make a video on the story of the creation. You have to sit down and rack your brain on, how do I make my own really different? How do I make my script really different, but still pass the same message across, because you cannot change the Bible, right? How do I make my story really different, my visuals really different and unique, and in a way that feels original, right? And how do I like, okay, let me even give you guys a practical example. You can go and check out, if you're into this niche I'm talking about now, that is the Bible storytelling niche. Go and check out this channel. Did I even write? Let me see if I wrote it down, because that would help me. Yeah, go and check out the Christian Seed. Go and check out that channel. Go and check out the Arc Films channel, right? And go and check out Bible in a Nutshell. These three channels, they are still fully monetized on YouTube, despite the fact that YouTube is demonetizing a lot of Bible channels, Bible storytelling channels right now, as I'm talking to you, right? YouTube is still demonetizing a lot of Bible storytelling channels, but these three channels are still fully monetized. Now, go and take your time, watch the videos, the type of videos that they are making in their channel, and see the level of creativity that goes into it. You know that this is not something anybody can replicate, even though we are telling the same story, right? So if you are in a niche, now I'm just using the Bible storytelling as an example, but if you are in a niche that many people are most likely, okay, someone says Jesus rose up from the dead. Okay, yeah, hallelujah. So if you are in a niche like that, there are many people are creating similar stories on. Please and please do your best to put in a lot of variations and to stand out. If not, they will still demonetize the channel because they will flag it inauthentic content, right? So you don't want to, you have to be very careful when you're in a niche like that, that is not like, in the storytelling niche, you can just come up with any crazy idea in your head and make it into a story, and no other person will have the same exact idea or the same exact way you develop your story, right? So that's why we have to be careful if we are in a niche that we know that many other people may most likely be creating a similar story on. Okay. Now another very important thing. Now another very important thing is about YouTube is, see, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, because right now making AI faceless YouTube videos is very, very risky. Yeah, I know it can be very rewarding when the money starts coming in, your video starts going viral and all of that. But right now, it's very, very risky. So why do I say don't put all your eggs in one basket? It simply means your don't let YouTube AdSense revenue be your only source of income. Have other sources of income. Okay, have other sources of income, like me, for example. Now this thing that happened to my Blessing is kind channel, this one that got demonetized is not even paying you, because even though the channel was monetized, the one that paid me very well is that my Blessing is kind, because that channel was actively generating me good income, and then all of a sudden they just took it away. Now what saved me was that I had my students, right? I was actively coaching people, and people were still reaching out to me. I had brands I was working with, and I had work I was doing for people. So I was getting money from all those other means, right? And I also discovered that Instagram, Instagram and TikTok, people look down on Instagram and TikTok because they don't really pay actively like YouTube. But see, start taking Instagram and TikTok seriously. If I tell you the kind of clients I've gotten through Instagram and TikTok, and I don't even have a large following on Instagram and TikTok. Oh. I don't even have a large following. I think Instagram I have only 150, 150 something followers, and TikTok I have only 1,000 something followers. So I don't even have much following on Instagram and TikTok. But if I tell you the kind of clients I've gotten through Instagram and TikTok, but like high ticket clients have gotten through Instagram and TikTok, that I didn't even get those clients from YouTube. Right? So don't look down on Instagram and TikTok. And that's why now I'm beginning to see why some people will never do YouTube. Like when you tell them, "Oh, YouTube AdSense revenue and all that," they'll be like, "No, no, 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 no. YouTube is too much stress." And at the end of the day, all their wahala of, all those things. And then you see them sticking to Instagram and TikTok alone. You don't know they're making their money. Like, you're making a lot of money from Instagram. Once you can grow your following and you know what you are doing, you are not dancing and shaking bongo. Sorry, please. I hope I'm not coming off as judgmental, but you know what I mean, right? If you want to make money, you have to be very serious now, right? So if you take it very seriously, I just this thing that YouTube did to me actually made me start posting more on Instagram and TikTok, and I'm wowed, you guys. I've not even gone viral. So if with just 150 followers on Instagram, 1,000 followers on TikTok, I was able to get some type of clients I didn't even expect. Then imagine what happens when a video goes viral, this my platforms, whether Instagram or TikTok, and then I start, I start getting a lot of followers. I wonder what will happen. I don't know if you guys are understanding where I'm driving at. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like, YouTube AdSense revenue is sweet, but there is a huge opportunity with Instagram and TikTok. And if not that what happened in YouTube happened, I wouldn't have known. I would have just been on YouTube and thinking that YouTube is the all in all, without knowing that there is another big market in Instagram and TikTok that some people are not, people like me, they're not aware of. So please don't put all your eggs in one basket. If it is possible, after making your videos on YouTube, you can cut some of them and go and put them on Instagram and TikTok. Thank God they are not even as strict as YouTube when it comes to all these demo. In fact, they don't even monetize. Like, TikTok don't monetize Nigerians up to now. So there's no AdSense for us. Instagram, they don't even pay at all, nothing. Except for TikTok, it's people that have UK or US accounts. Those are the ones monetizing, right? And then Facebook, I'm beginning to take my Facebook very, very seriously now, because I've observed that Facebook pays, they have not started paying me anyway, but Facebook pays Nigerian creators, right? And you can also get clients from Facebook. Me, I've never gotten clients from Facebook before, because I just recently started posting on Facebook. It's not even up to 1 month I started posting on Facebook. So I'm just beginning to take it very seriously now. So please don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't just rely on YouTube alone, especially if you're also a coach, like a coach, you know what I mean? Like an AI tutorial coach, or you teach people how to do things. Please and please be on Instagram also, be on TikTok also, be on Facebook also. Don't just be on YouTube. YouTube is not all in all. Okay. So don't put all your eggs in one basket, so that if anything happens, you know that you already have a large following on Instagram, you have a large following on TikTok, you have a large following on YouTube. On Facebook, go and monetize your knowledge on all those other platforms, right? I know of someone that actually said to hell with YouTube. This person, she's actually one of my mentors anyway. So she was like, when she started posting on YouTube, she was doing well. So YouTube was paying her AdSense revenue. She was enjoying it. Then all of a sudden, boom, everything just started going down. The AdSense revenue reduced and all that. And she was like, what's going on? She was not making as much money as she was making before. That's how she left YouTube. Oh. She packed all her load. She said, according to her, she said she packed all her load and left YouTube and went to Instagram. And right now she's just focused on Instagram alone, and she's making a whole lot of money from Instagram alone. She's not on YouTube again, right? So why am I saying this? There are a lot of ways to monetize your knowledge, right? YouTube is good. So as you're also doing YouTube, also take Instagram and TikTok seriously. Right now, I'm taking my Instagram. In fact, one of my major goals now this year is to grow my Instagram and TikTok account to 100K followers. And even if I'm not able to grow my Instagram and TikTok account to 100K followers, at least I want to grow it to a significant number of followers before the year ends. That's one of my major goals for this year now. So I'm really taking them seriously, in addition to me posting on YouTube. So please don't put all your eggs in one basket. Try to also be on other platforms, and also be very serious on other platforms. The aim is to make money. That's just the aim. I mean, if it is just to come here and catch cruise, then we'll just come and dance and catch fun and go. But we want to make money, right? That's why we are doing all of these things. So just be on other platforms too. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. All right. So do you guys have any questions for me? If you have any questions for me, you can type it in the chat box as well. If not, we are almost getting to 1 hour. I want this live to actually be just 1 hour. I'd actually be going live like this more often on this channel until further notice. So next week, at least once a week on this channel until further notice. So next week, we are going to talk about something very, very interesting. I'm going to be sharing a lot of valuable lessons for free on this channel, but that will be in my live session, right? I'm going to be sharing a lot of valuable tips. There are a lot of things that people don't know. There are a lot of ways to make money. Before I used to think it's just through YouTube AdSense revenue. If you go to my Blessing is Kind channel, you watch my older videos, you see the type of videos I used to make. I used to think that YouTube AdSense revenue was just the all in all. But right now, I'm beginning to see that, man, there are so many other cool ways of making money. So I'm going to be spilling a lot of valuable. You guys know me. I don't get keep. Is it get keep? How do they talk? I don't get keep. I spill. I spill. I say things. I don't think anybody that follows me, people, if you follow me, whether on Instagram, TikTok, you will get something from me one way or the other. You must learn something from me. So I spill. I don't gatekeep. Some of the things I even teach are things that people will go and package in a course and they'll be. I mean, there's nothing wrong in selling courses. So I'm just saying that I I do my best to give out a lot of valuable information, right? That's just what I'm not trying to say that selling courses is bad. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss out, because just like I said, I'll be going live maybe every Friday or every Saturday or every it will my live sessions will just be between Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Just these 3 days, one of those days, because I still have other things I'm doing that are my time is a kind of regimented for now. So I'll just choose, but I know that it would have to be, let me not say, let me remove Thursday. Let me just say between Friday and Saturdays. I'll be going live every Fridays or every Saturdays, and I'll be sharing a lot of valuable tips to you guys for free. Okay? It's not a course, it's not a class, it's not a paid class, it's a free class. So my live sessions will be free class. So you don't want to be missing, even if you don't watch the videos I upload, you don't want to be missing my live sessions, because I'm going to be sharing stuff, some secrets that some of your coaches don't want you to know. I'm going to be sharing all of them for free. All right. So yeah, so that is that about how to avoid being demonetized on YouTube. So if you have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the chat box. I'll be scrolling through to take your questions one by one. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it. If not, we'll call it a day, because it's already 6 o'clock and it's getting dark and we don't have light in Nigeria. In this part of Nigeria, we don't have lights as well. Okay. All right. Any questions? It's 1 hour on the dot. No questions. So I think we can call it a day. Thank you so much for joining my live. Thank you so much. And see you guys next week, Friday or Saturday. Maybe next week, Saturday.